It is the 16th of January 2015. At the Bafut Palace in the northwest region of Cameroon, last preparations are made for a historic event, the restoration of the roof of the most sacred building, the Achum. The building is prepared for the work by long secret ceremonies for the ancestors. The Achum at Bafut Palace is one of the oldest buildings in Cameroon, dating back some 450 years. This central shrine of the secret societies had survived when most of the buildings at the palace were rebuilt by the Germans between 1907 and 1910, after being destroyed in the Bafut War. The palace is on the 2006 World Monuments Watch list and is nominated as UNESCO World Heritage Site. To the people of Bafut, the Achum is of great significance. It is the house of their ancestors and place of ritual and ceremony for the secret societies and the fawn. It contains significant cultural artifacts that are part of regular rituals and annual celebrations. Dr. Asambang explains.
It is a building, as you see, that portrays traditional know-how. Traditional know-how. And we grew up to see it, and it has remained the same. So for us, it's really the center, the core of the palace. Without this building, I think this palace would not have the same meaning.
It's believed that all the funds that are passed through the palace and all the commune in that particular building, we don't know how they do it. It is traditionally known, and what they do there is only known traditionally. We who are outside, we cannot say. We do not go into that Achum.
Yes. Much of the palace infrastructure and buildings are due for maintenance and upgrade. The work in 2015 includes drainage systems and improvements of access, as well as the full restoration of the roof of the Achum. The Achum itself is a large building constructed of local materials. These include carved wooden support posts and beams and a roof structure of raffia bamboo. It is covered with grass thatch several layers deep. Over the years, part of the supporting structure collapsed under the ever-increasing load from additional layers of grass. Further damage would have led to the full collapse of the structure and threatened the contents of the building. The U.S. Embassy supported the Bafut community with funding for this major restoration project. The building is sacred ground, and some restrictions are lifted so that the people employed may move freely through otherwise limited access areas. For their protection, artifacts are moved to a different location. Early on January 17th, a juju climbs the ladder and pulls out the first bundles of grass. Now the work can begin.
So the long term of the work has traditionally been done. The workers now
The massive grass roof takes many hands to remove. Women related to the palace collect the old grass and carry it into the sacred forest behind the palace. Once the raffia structure is exposed, the full extent of the damage is visible. Faun Abumbi II frequently consults with the builders to ensure everyone's safety and support. The old structure of an inner and outer pyramid is made up of many lengths of raffia poles. Dismantling it requires careful attention and leadership of experienced builders. Finally, the last ties are cut, and now the old building has no longer a roof.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for your day. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for your day. Thank you, Jesus.
Every step involves many community members. As the old roof is taken down, Bafut carvers work on the posts that will be added to the structure. Students from the local technical school join the team when it's time to raise posts. The new parts are carefully fitted into the old. Foundation work has prepared the base of the building to receive posts and beams and interior structural elements. Under the watchful eyes of consulting engineers, traditional builders, and experienced contractors, all parts are prepared and carried onto the deck. Students from the local technical school assist in the process. All the work is carried out with simple tools. The traditional builders are facing a new situation for the raffia frame. In the past, the large triangular frames for each side were assembled on the ground and raised onto the platform, only to be tied to each other. With the wood support frame, this is no longer possible, and the builders have to develop a technique that allows them to create the thatching frame in place.
It's more difficult to make it up this way, and that's why it has taken time.
Community members have cut and brought countless bundles of grass to the palace. This annual effort will be continuing into the future, ensuring the maintenance of the natural roof. Thatchers install the grass in several layers, and finally, the beautiful shape of the achum is visible once again from the steps of the museum.
Our ancestors are very, very comfortable living in original and authentic buildings built of traditional material.
mbere wabu wabaya. Remember